Hey, hey, hey. How you doing out there? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept Podcast, where I'm your host, Mr. Pagan, Mark Pagan Jr. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. I'm listening to some Juicy J right now. You know what I mean? His album Head on a Swivel. Yeah, I mean, it's speaking to me. It's resonating with me on a different level. Plus, I'm a little bit faded right now. You know what I mean? I'm on. But everything I'm talking about is, relative. It's real. Huh, that's funny. Can't close the shit. But yeah, um, yeah. Don't let them think that your life is a lie. Don't let them um make you believe that your life is a lie. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody else, a outside force, a outside whatever, make you believe that what you've been through is a lie. Because what you've been through ain't no fucking lie. The things you've been through, um, the things you've been through, the things you go through on a daily basis is not a lie. You know what I mean? The shit that you realize about life, you know what I mean? The things that you realize about your life and you know, the roles that people play in it is not a lie. You know, it's all by design. You know, recently I got some mail that proved to me like, you know what I mean, really don't they really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like they'll try to sweep everything up under the rug to protect their own ass. You know what I mean? And what I mean by their own ass is the system. You know what I mean? This that we in, this shit ain't tangible unless you made it. I know it feel like it, but it's not unless you made it, unless you put it out there, unless you produced it, shit ain't real. Only thing that's real is the shit that you resonate with. You know what I mean? Everything else is just phony, and it's so easy to get caught up in the phoniness of what we live in, this world. You know what I mean? But don't let them. Don't believe that your life is a lie. Don't let them try to tell you that your life is a lie. Don't believe that this life is a lie, because it's not a lie. This life is very much real, even though it's systematic and we know what we living in and we know what we up against. I'm starting to realize what I'm up against. You know, recently I talked about some achievements and accomplishments and things that I made in my personal life. You know what I mean? I didn't even go around posting things on social media or anything about personal achievements in my life, but things that I can really be braggadocious about and be happy about, things that I share with my children, you know what I mean? People that's close to me. You know what I mean? And they know about these achievements. You know what I mean? Some people that know about this achievement, they share the same achievements with me. You know what I mean? Congratulations to all you guys if you're checking out the podcast. But it's like at the same, it's like at the same time I'm making achievements and I'm trying to get everything right and I'm trying to get things squared away in my personal life. It's like you know, things that really need to be brought to justice and really need to be talked about and touched on is being ignored. You know what I mean? And it's because they're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? This thing has been going on so long that they don't want to admit to somebody being right. They don't want to give you justice because justice would include their justice system breaking down and the realization that our justice system is very much corrupt, that is very much a dichotomy that we live in, that's very much a scam, a scheme, man. It's a trap, man. And I'm realizing that, you know, ain't nobody gonna help me out the situation. Even the system, even the people, that I try to reach out for help with. All I could do at this point is pray, man. It's not even it's pray and continue to create and make strides forward to move forward. You know what I mean? That's all I can do at this point, to be honest with you, because it's like I've exhausted pretty much every avenue. And don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna, you know, still try to get, reconciliation for everything that's taking place in my life and in my children's life and in my parents' life and in my grandmother's life and realizing the schemes that that was played, man. They'll exploit you when you're naive to a lot of truths that's going down um in secret. A lot of things that happen behind closed doors, a lot of deals that's being made about futures of families that you don't even know about. And I found out that this shit goes on all over the United States, man. It's a deep thing that they play, man, and they do this to a lot of fucking people. It's a lot of people that suffer this type of trail of tears type thing. You know what I mean? It's like I'm fortunate because I could think, I could, you know what I mean? I could articulate and I could really piece together exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? And in my discovery, they do this shit to a lot of people. A lot of people are in bad situations because it benefit people who are on top of things. You know what I mean? And I'm fully transparent, just like your building. I digress. But it's like, um, I don't understand what's the obsession or what was the obsession with my family or still is. Because I look up and I do my research. I know, there's a lot of people out there who don't give a fuck. But if you look up my situation and who I've been going through my shit with, right? And whom, you know, sh- man, it's a lot of connections, you know what I mean? And I connected those dots to these people. And these people, I believe, put my family up to doing this shit to me and my father before my conception. This shit was planned about. And after my conception, there was further plans made to do these type of things. You know what I mean? And in secret, people make plans about about an infant's life that the infant is not preview to. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of the subtle innuendos by people that's placed around me in my life. But you can't ever lash out at these people because you lash out at these people, then you look insane. You look crazy, right? It's a lot of people who know exactly what they do, and a lot of people just go with their first mind and what they think is right to do, right? And some people are trained to do that because if you're doing what's right, sometimes when you're doing what's right, it's not going to feel good. So they tell you just do what feels good, right? Don't try to please no one else. Please what's in you to be pleased, right? What pleases you, do what pleases you, do what thy will, right? This taught to people for a long time, either indirectly or directly. But it's just, I thought that was lit. But yeah, um, yeah, man, tired of playing these games. I realize a lot. I notice a lot. I don't want my children to be a part of that type of game, being played. I realize that, and I hope many of you realize that the only way you're not a part of that game that's being played is if you're not biased to anybody, if you're non-judgmental, if you're just merely observant, and if you creating, man, you gotta have something to do. You gotta have an art, you gotta have something to do, man. You gotta have something that you stand on, a foundation. You know what I mean? Like they say, you know what I mean, I stand on that. I'm standing on business and all. You gotta stand on what's real. You know what I mean? You gotta stand on that. Yeah, you know, a lot can be said about Mr. Pagan. A lot can be said about me, but I've never been a phony person. I always been genuine. And in that genuineness, I was able to be exploited. And I don't want my daughter or my son to ever be exploited in the ways that I've been exploited and used. And still, to right now, I got to push back against some of this shit because, you know, people are so used to getting over. It's like they just don't know how to accept or understand that you tired and you understand what's been going on. So you pushing back. And it's a systematic thing. And man, it's just it's shit deep. You I don't feel like I have anybody that I can really talk to or understand exactly what I'm going through. You know what I mean? I don't have nobody that I can reach out to and understand that even that's systematic. Like sometimes I just be thinking like, damn, the person or the people that knows me or would understand the most is the very people or person who put me in this situation to begin with. You know, at that point, it's like, who can you trust? Just here, you know what I mean? I appreciate the camaraderie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is life right now? I have to discover new things to be passionate about and hold on to the old things that remain in my life that I can continue to be passionate about and love on some genuine shit. On some real genuosity, on some real genuosity type shit. You know what I mean? I gotta really just hold on to that. You know what I mean? What can you do? You're just a man in this fucking world, just trying to, you know what I mean, bump around and find his way. And not trying to have nobody step on my feet, and I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes neither. But you got niggas that'll take steps in your direction just to step on your fucking toes, and I'm tired of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, how long do we gotta live that way? How long do we gotta live that way? I don't know. I'm not gonna continue to do it. I mean, I'm not gonna continue to let nobody put me through it and do it. You know what I mean? Shit, what's love got to do with it? Just secondhand emotion, right? Don't mind me, I'm up to my antics. You'll see me something. Shit. What the fuck is love? Love has nothing to do with it. The fuck is love? Love has nothing to do with it. No one loves love. No one loves it. No one loves you. No one loves anything. No one loves America. No one loves America now. Everybody's waiting for Trump. Everybody's waiting for Trump. Everybody's waiting for the Trumpster. Ah, you're waiting for the Trumpster. Ah. You can't wait for the Trumpster. Trump's not coming to save you. It's like, no, Trump. I don't know. I just been fucking with people with this hat. So I figured I'd just put this shit on and fuck with y'all. Make sure my other hat, my bag. I don't want my shit to fall out. Yeah. I just bust out. I mean, I just felt like doing an episode of my podcast real quick, man. But don't let them make you think that your life is a lie, man. Just don't. Like your life ain't a lie. You know what I mean? Like you going through a lot of shit because they putting you through this shit. You know what I mean? Ultimately, you're gonna go through it whenever you pursue whatever happiness it is that you're pursuing, right? It's like Will Smith movie, you know what I mean? Whatever. Um, Oh, and let me say this too, because in the past episode of my podcast, I did say that I don't fuck with a lot of people, namely a lot of motherfuckers from Philly. And I really don't, because I do believe that they profit somehow off of your fucked up story that they get to make you live through. I do believe that there's a lot of people in a lot of groups that know exactly what you're going through. And I'm gonna give you an example. Oh, and I take it back. It's not like I don't fuck with them, but to be honest with you, I'm not one of those people that will ever see one of these people who's famous from Philadelphia, i.e., celebrities or whomever, um, and be like a starstruck type of person. Because to be honest with you, I'm appalled because I believe that a lot of people that I call out, y'all know, and y'all know who I'm talking about. And the fact that y'all don't call them out or y'all don't set shit right or y'all just keep on going with the status quo, it shows me that Philadelphia is a scumbag city. In fact, one of the people that I know personally, who's a cop, works down in City Hall for the mayor, right? Is a cop, dirty motherfucker, right? He personally knew about the shit that was going on in my life and was personally involved with that shit. And he's basically a Philadelphia cop working at the city hall, working at City Hall around the mayor. I mean, can I get some fucking help? And then every time I try to get some help, they say, "Hey, did you go to the police?" No, because there's personal police. They had one cop that would follow me around, whom I knew for years. He worked at Pepsi with me. And then next thing you know, he was working at another place with me. Or just I noticed him, oh no, at Pepsi, then it was the Philadelphia police. Then I noticed him like acting like he was a homeless bum or some shit like that around the area where I used to live. Who does this? Right? So it's like I don't even want to be in the city. I'm be honest with you. I don't want to be in the states. Period. Like I want to be long out the states. Cause I believe that all this shit is basically military industrial complex and all of this shit is an operation. Your projects, all of this shit is just a theatrical scene that's set. And if I'm going to be a part of a scene, then I might as well play my part. You know what I mean? I want to be uh, the captain of whatever narrative. I want to be the writer, the director of whatever narrative there is to be painting about me. I should be the director of that, not nobody else. That's what they take from you when they're exploiting your life, when they're corralling you into a certain job or a certain profession, right? They're controlling your destiny, they're controlling your life. But if you're a part of that clique, if you're a part of that team, if you're one of them, they ain't let you, become what you want to become, right? Instead of bogging you down with bills and different outcomes and situations. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna say that I'm not because I am. Because I'm still here, right? Not in a cage, I'm not locked up, but in a way, I am locked up. In a way, I'm still not relieved, very much not relieved. Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm blessed and I'm never stressed. Blessed and I'm never stressed, but at the same time, it's like shit gets overwhelming, especially when you don't have anybody to go through these motions with you. And I got a strange wife who should be going through the motions because this is a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But I believe that it's by design that she's not going through the motions with me. And in fact, she's making it all worse. It's like she don't even give a fuck. Getting this paperwork, I got mail today, some important mail from an important place. And the fucking envelope was taped like somebody opened the mail. Like, who opens federal fucking mail? Like, was my mail tampered with? Is it something I didn't see? What the fuck is going on? I don't know, man. Like I like what can I say? Beggars can't be choosy. I'm just making the best out of a bad situation. And my situation is a bad situation. And I'm making the best out of it. I'm blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not denying the fact that I'm blessed and I feel blessed. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat my situation at all. And many people out there who watch me or yeah, I mean, fuck with my podcast, frequent it, know that I don't sit up here and sugarcoat anything. I'll be totally transparent. I'll come out, and break out in tears. Many times I've done that. You know what I mean? I don't mind doing that. You know what I mean? But in the same fashion, we need we need relief. We get tired of this type of shit. You know what I mean? It's like your passions start to dwindle, start to think like what it's all for. And I know it's people that deal with this shit and they kind of, keep it contained and under wraps. But it's like, damn, bro, like what is it all for? Like, you know, do nice guys really finish last? The nice guys finish last. The good guys finish last. You know what I mean? Is that for a reason? It's for a reason that good men got to go through so much hard shit. You know what I mean? You one of those people that just help other people out all your life, and you wind up just getting fucked over the most, right? But when you one of them people that fuck people over in your life, you wind up just, having a blissful ending, being in a being in your blissfulness, ignorance is bliss, right? You find bliss in your ignorance. It's like the more ignorant the person you are, the more bliss you have in your life. And I don't understand it. I never understood that. Bliss should come when you're a peaceful person, when you extend God's grace and mercy, when you're not backstabbing or backbiting or doing sneaky conniving shit behind people back or set people up. I mean, like I always been a helper. You know what I mean? Someone that'll help somebody move along forward, give you a kind word or a kind gesture or something like that. But even through the things that I've been through in my life, like in this whole situation, it's like I had to get reacclimated to just even people in general. Like just people, just being amongst a lot of other people. Because I put myself in isolation for a long time, trying to figure all this shit out, trying to figure out a lot of things. So in me figuring out a lot of things, I forgot a lot of things too. People forget that. You know what I mean? You trying to, you know what I mean? You discovering this new shit or doing this new thing, man. You forget things too. You forget, you know, how to interact, how to, you know what I mean? You forget certain things, learning other things. So I had to pick up, how to just be sociable a lot of times because it's like sometimes it just got so much shit on my mind, as you can see, as you could tell. You know what I mean? And people that I interact with on a daily basis don't know what the fuck I'm going through, or they pretend they don't know what I'm going through, or maybe it's genuine and I don't know. But at the same time, I know what I what I go through, and I know what I've been through, and I know it's not a lot. And I know I don't make up shit or fabricate shit. So yeah, it's real, you know? Your life is real too. I mean, the shit you go through, I mean, on a daily basis is real as well. You know what I mean? You can't let nobody take that from you. You can't let nobody um make you think that your shit is, you know, infathomable. I hear plenty shit on a daily basis from people that I just don't believe, right? And I know some shit they do make up or whatever, but it's like I think they do that because they already live a crazy ass life and they don't want to think about the real shit that happened in their life. that that fucks with their mind or whatever. So they come up with a new story or a new scenario to talk about, and they you know, in their life. You know what I mean? For their life. They come up with a whole new life story because it's easy. See, my thing is I'm not coming up with a life story. My shit ain't fabricated. It's real. This shit is shit that I pay attention and you know what I mean? I see the three realms. You know what I mean? I live in three realms at one time. You do too. But I actually could take time and meditate and sit up there and put myself and fully immerse myself in one realm at a time and really, really take myself through that mental realm that I talk about and try to master that, just like Jesus had to. You know what I mean? And I'm not comparing myself, saying whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to speak blasphemous things, but spiritually, I am who I am. Mentally, I am who I am. Physically, I am who I am. And I'm only getting better. It's hard though. It's hard coming to the realization of a lot of different things. Even doing this, it's like, ugh, ugh, it's just crazy. Running a podcast. I never thought that I would actually be sitting up here running a podcast, especially well into the fourth season, going on the fifth season, and just doing this shit and just constantly creating this. You know what I mean? Doing this. It's not a lie. Your life not a lie, man. It is real. It is deep and very intricate. In fact, I can't wait to start this new book, man. This new book is going to be crazy. This new book round is going to be very fucking good, man. It's just a new installment of the course of my life, talking about all the shit that I've been going through recently in my life and everything else. Just putting it all together and wrapping it up in one good package and giving it to you, to the people. You know what I mean? Giving it, you know, is what it is, man. At the end of the day. Let me give it to you in a nice, pretty package with a Trump hat on. Give it to you all wrapped up with a Trump hat on. You wrapped up with a nice fucking Trump hat. No, but yeah, book gonna be fire. More shit coming. Definitely gotta put out some music. I gotta really get hone back into that. I mean, lately I've been drowsy because man, the conditions. You know what I mean? Not the conditions. Let me say this. I've been under the weather a little bit. It seems like every time I'm about to make advancements in one area, something holds me back in another area or in that area in particular. So as I'm thinking about, recording more and doing more music, I get a little, sinus cold or whatever the fuck it is. It affected my ears, my nose, and my throat. Um, Caused me to have a lot of mucus, and things like that. And I've really just been taking medicine to combat that, and fix that problem. And at the same time, I've been trying to get my license, everything okay on my license so that way I can start driving commercially again. But it's like I'm having holdups on that as well. So everywhere I look, it's just something new, a little holdup here and there, a little hiccup, just a little hiccup. Still been making forward progress and still been doing really well. But at the same time, can't have little hiccups. You know what I mean? Not dealing with what I'm dealing with, not going through what I'm going through. I mean, I know it probably don't mean nothing to you at this moment at this time, but to me right now, this moment at this time is everything because I'm actually going through this shit right now. You know what I mean? It's not something that I'm holding back and I'm fabricating. You know what I mean? Um, Shit is sad. This shit is sad. And it's okay me not having anybody that I could turn to or really confide in or anybody who really understand me. It's fine because at the end of the day, I still got God Concept Podcast. Still got me. I still got y'all. I still got a message to give y'all, man. I still got to convey this shit. There's a lot of people that got a lot of knowledge, man, and I'm not gonna hold you. I learned from a lot of people watching YouTube, um, reading different things, going on different websites, looking at different literature, listening to different music. Even music especially was a good teacher, to me. And it's like, man, going through all of that, just learning and picking up juice from here and there. You kind of learn to be unbiased. And I'm kind of learning that I can't fuck with people who has natural bias built in. Like there's certain natural things that you can't have a bias towards. And there's people that build up bias to shit that's natural. And you're like, oh, like how? Like people just come up with their own shit. Like they'll see one side of the coin, but they'll reject the other side. Like what's holding this side together if there's no other side of it, right? It's always two sides to a coin. Just like I have a truth, somebody else has a truth for why they had to do what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's two sides. Listen, don't get me wrong. I definitely don't fuck with the other side of the coin on my thing. Because it's like I've been fucked over. It's like crazy. And that fucked my children over. And I don't fuck with that. I don't. I even get tired of people that was liking my shit. And I don't want to lash out at nobody. I'm not the type to jump in a DM so a motherfucker get a personal message of me saying some crazy shit to you. I don't like doing that. If I don't like you, I want to tell you to your face, I don't like you, or I want to do something to you. I just want to do it. I don't want you to even know it. And it's fucked up. But that's how it is. Like I'm a very private person. I always been until I figured I can't be private anymore because motherfuckers was trying to set me up. Motherfuckers continue to. I'm not. I'm not trying to say they continuing to set me up. I think the shit that they did already transpired, and now it's just them waiting for me to fall into one of these traps that's out here to fall into. People, places, or things, drugs, the bitches, some of these niggas. I mean, you know what I mean? Fall into one of these traps, the jail. You know what I mean? When it's something. You know what I mean? Get into an argument, this happened, that happened, motherfucker shoot, this, that, you know what I mean? Get into a fight, this, that. You know what I mean? Anything. That's what they wait on. That's what they hope on. That's they pray on. And you think the whole time that nobody's viewing this shit or nobody knows what's going on. Some motherfuckers is paid actors out here, bro. And they really just walk around and cause situations because it pays them to do so. I don't know why, but I don't know how, I don't know why. They never gonna tell you, but that's what they do. Shit crazy. It's just wild. And you got niggas that'll work with their women to do it. You got niggas that'll work with women. You got niggas that'll be solo and just disrupt some shit. You got motherfuckers that's just it's what they do. That's just what they wired to do. That's what they programmed to do. Niggas just try to fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? Um, it's to the point where I don't mind if a person want to gain understanding or or something like that, or feel like some type of sympathy and they want to let me know that, right? But at the same time, can't be so trusting. The people gotta realize, like, I'm not an asshole. I never been trying to be an asshole. But I gotta have this guard up to protect myself, not just for myself, but for my children, for my business, for my brand, and what I'm trying to do. And I ain't trying to go out like all the rest of the greats, where they got assassinated by somebody that was just too close to them. And that's just how I feel. Motherfuckers be getting assassinated by people that's just too close to them. Not trying to get assassinated by somebody that's just too close to them. You know, so I keep my distance. Uh, Thank you for joining me for this episode of God Concept Podcast. My name is Mr. Pagan, Mark Pagan Jr. Well, enjoy some of the content, read some of the books, listen to some of the music, and for sure, look at some of my reviews and check out some more God Concept Podcast. Peace.